Did you ever just sit by a lake and notice how quiet the world can be? Not the fake kind of quiet, not the noise-canceling headphones kind. I mean the kind that seeps into your bones, the kind that reminds you of something you forgot, something softer, something older. That's where I am right now, sitting by the lake, talking to you, talking to myself. And I want to talk today about something we don't give enough attention to: the beauty of broken places. Not just landscapes, but people, moments, and dreams. Capturing the beauty of broken places. I thought that would be a great title for today's video. It sounds kind of poetic, doesn't it? But it's not just a romantic notion. It's a worldview. It's a survival strategy. It's how some of us keep breathing when life doesn't go the way we planned. So many of you probably know, and many of you don't, I have a background in art and photography. I used to think beauty came from the perfect moment, golden hour light, flawless framing, the decisive instant. But now, I've come to realize something far deeper. Beauty actually lives in the cracks, in the shadows, in the rust, in the decay, in the discarded and the overlooked. Beauty lives in the places society has forgotten, or more likely pretends not to see. You know, there's a Japanese term called wabi-sabi. Not wasabi, wabi-sabi. And what that means is it's the appreciation of the imperfect, the impermanent, the incomplete. That's what I feel when I look at abandoned buildings, broken sidewalks, peeling paint, and withered trees. If you've been following my channel, you know I love cemeteries, not like. And I do a lot of videos in cemeteries. I walk through the cemeteries, the alleyways, and the backs of old factories, and I see texture. I see a story. I see proof that something was, and in some way still is. Just most people can't see it. They just see a broken down building. Photographers like Diane Arbus, William Eggleston, or even the late Saul Letier, they saw the world not as pristine, but as layered, as tragic, as honest. But it's not just about buildings or settings. It's about people too. We're taught to hide our damage, to cover up the parts of ourselves that are bruised or worn. Social media tells us to filter everything, to smile through it, to curate our lives into a performance. But real people, real beauty, that comes from the lines on your face, the stories in your eyes, the ache in your voice when you walk and talk through the past and through your own history. You know, I've sat with people in hospital rooms, dying people in hospital rooms. I've sat on park benches. I've had conversations with the homeless. I've sat in late night diners. And what always strikes me is how much pain people are carrying silently, quietly. And yet, there is a beauty in that too. A certain tenderness, a depth you can't fake. Like Leonard Cohen said, there's a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in. You know, sometimes I think brokenness is the only real spiritual teacher left. Let's face it, the churches are empty, the institutions are crumbling, but you go to a lake at sunset and you feel something, something sacred. And it's not about religion, it's about awareness. Simone Weil once said, "Attention is the rarest and purest form of generosity." When you stop to really look at a broken place, not fix it, not explain it, but just see it as it is, you're engaging in something deeply human and maybe even divine. That's what I try to do with my camera and now with this channel. You know what? I'll let you in on a secret. Perfection is killing us. And so is AI, because AI is trying to strive for perfection. We live in a world obsessed with flawless skin, curated homes, productivity hacks, and constant self-improvement. You see all the cosmetic surgeries, and I'm sure you see people in your daily life with lips triple the size of what they should be, and excessive makeup, and all this fakeness. Everything is a hustle. Everything is a performance. But what about rest? What about ruin? What about failure? You know, I didn't become the artist that I thought I would be. And I never got that career that I imagined I would get. But somehow, I'm still creating and I'm still showing up. And maybe that's the point. Maybe the value isn't in arriving. Maybe the value is in the journey, in surviving, in continuing, in seeing. The broken places in my life have taught me more than any success ever did. So if you're still watching this, I want to offer you something. Start looking at your own broken places, not with shame, but with curiosity. What parts of your life have weathered storms? What pieces of you still ache and yet still hold beauty? Next time you walk through your city, your neighborhood, or your town, or even your memories, pay attention to the cracks and the shadows. Pay attention to the forgotten spaces, to the imperfect corners, because those places might just be where your soul lives. And if you can learn to see the beauty there, in the rust, in the ruin, and in the wreckage, then maybe you're not broken after all. Maybe you're just becoming real. Until next time, from the next broken place, peace.